Hi everyone, this is take 2. I'll try and keep it short because I did a take 1. It was like 20 minutes. Sorry about the voice, my nose is stuffed. I got whacked in the nose. I can't breathe properly and I have a slashed finger. Okay guys, so the shed, yeah. Well, you're probably wondering what it cost. It cost about $1,400 for just the shed, just the shell. That does not count the shower. Does not count those sandstone blocks on the floor, and it does not count the electrical. Okay, let's get into the cost breakdown. Framing timber, that's pine. It's mostly 70 by 35, and that was about $650. There's probably $150 worth of screws, roofing screws in the framing. I didn't use nails at all. So what's that get us to? About 800. The roofing iron was 350, and that was for I think either 6 or 7 pieces at 3.1 meters each. That's color bond, brand new color bond. So that's just to 1150. I think there's at least 150 worth of laserlight. That's this transparent stuff. So I got that for the windows, which obviously don't open. Strip along there and all along that top of that wall. That's the southern wall. What does that get us to? I forgot, just 150. So 12, that gets you to about 1300. Yeah, and for the door, that was 150, including the frame. Nice hardwood frame. This hardwood framing timber is unbelievably expensive, so try and if you do this, get a second-hand door with the frame. And just as importantly, it's all hinged up already. You don't have to bloody mount the thing. Anyway guys, I might have messed the maths up, but it's about 1400. Now for other stuff, all the shower was done with second-hand stuff, so I only spent like less than $100. I don't have one to show you. Actually, they're in here. The only new thing in the shower was the plastic feet that are underneath the framing. You've got gas, hot water, little barbecue cylinder down there, 9 kilogram cylinder. I've got 72 showers out of this thing so far. It's damn near empty though. I'm expecting it to run out. I've been expecting it to run out for like the last 20 or 30 showers. Second-hand sink unit for $5. Bit of storage with just shelves, all bought second-hand. Toilet. It's a bucket with seagrass in it. So it's kind of like a composting toilet, and it just goes out when it's full. A bit of storage here for ladders and stuff. Blinds are from the tip shop. They just happen to be the perfect width for one piece of laser light. They're a little bit long, but let me tell you, this place just felt like a home when I got those blinds put up. It felt like civilization. More storage. Quick overview of the roof, or the ceiling. So this is like seagrass, and you won't go over it in full detail, but basically there's a strip of bird netting. I think it's 1.2 millimeter thick, the wire. I just curled it up on the sides. You can see here where I haven't got any in to let the light through. And then so that strip of wire goes all the way down to this center beam, and then there's a completely separate strip down there. So just split it into halves basically, and put these dividers in and pack the seagrass in there. Now you gotta actually, it's not really packing because seagrass is very clumpy, so you actually tease it apart and make it a bit more fluffy, and then you let it dry for a day, and then you put the roofing iron on top. And it's free insulation, it's non-flammable. It'll actually put a fire out, because if it does combust with other stuff burning around it, it produces just huge amounts of ash. It's it's like 20% ash or something, that stuff. And the little ribbons are actually hollow, so it's really good insulation. Non-toxic, you can just do it with your hands, you don't need gloves, you're not going to get fiberglass needles stuck in your skin or anything. And best of all, it's completely free, folks, and it's a really good insulator, really good. It's a bit of work. It's probably a good 2 hours work just to do one basket. But yeah, just to, was that just putting in the basket? I can't remember. And then I've kind of nailed it to these, stapled it to these battens. So yeah, guys, CRAS ceiling. I won't go into the electrical system, but this is all DC lighting. We've got 2 solar panels on the roof, 200 watts each, and we got spare fold-out panels. This is lawn, like artificial lawn. It's very cheap for a big piece. I was going to do marine carpet, but anyway, that's what we've got. And this is sandstone. These blocks were like $20 each, and it's great because it looks nice, at least if it was clean. And it's waterproof, so great for the wet area with the shower. Non-flammable, because if there's ever a grass fire or something here, it's nice to know that it won't be a wooden floor with like sparks getting underneath and setting it ablaze. So really good solution, and it's low, like it just goes straight. There's actually I should have said there's 2 trailer loads of road-based gravel got put down here. Actually, after I built the shed, so I just bring it in on the wheelbarrow. And yeah, just nestled these in as best as I could. So if I had a floating floor, it would be like 20 centimeters higher, and that would make the ceiling seem low. And there's height limits. That's why I can't. I would have liked to go a bit higher, but I can't because of the fucking council. So really good floor. The poles, by the way, they sit on a rock in that cinder block there. So the pole is not actually touching the ground. These are bush poles, eucalyptus. There's actually one pine one because there was a pine plantation there. And my other poles were cracking up too bad, so I had to use a pine one. And I customized the height by cutting that 30 centimeter rebate, and then there's a riser. So it doesn't matter if your poles are not all perfect length. It's the riser that sets the height. Then you just cut the riser off where it's meant to be. Top of the bricks are level, guys. All of them are. It took me like 2 hours to level the top of the bricks. You got to put a beam across them, and then put a level on the beam. Let me know if you want like a full construction video, because I got lots of photos. What was I going to tell you? Something about the poles. I forgot. Yeah, second-hand roofing iron for the cladding, so that was free. I did paint this wall on the outside, and I painted that wall on the outside. If I could do this shed again, 2 things I'd change. I would just get colour bond, because it's not that expensive. Like I said, only $350 for the roof, for 3.1 meter long sheets. And preparing this stuff for painting, it just takes forever. It takes absolutely forever. And for the rafters, whatever you call them, I would have done 45 mil thick instead of 35. I had to be very precise getting those roofing screws in. Yeah, just cheaped out a bit on the rafters. So those are 2 things I would do differently. And I'd make it a little bit higher if I could. But like, it's actually pretty, like, it's high enough, but I just like high ceilings. Like, I'm 6 foot tall, and let me try and measure my height. So that's me. That's the top of my. Is that right? Maybe here. So plenty of headroom for a tall person. Like, you can be in the shower. Actually, I've got the shower covered up, but yeah, there's plenty of room, and it's a nice big shower. It's like 90 by 90. I said I'm gonna have the luxury of a big fucking shower, because I hate those ones where your elbows hit the sides, So I got a really nice shower here. Thank Christ. I had no shower when I built it. I had no water when I built this shed. It was fun. That's the south wall, so that's in diffuse light only. And there's only one strip. Oh, by the way, this strip goes over the shower, so that's facing north. So you get the sun coming in, and it's light for the shower if you're having a shower, but it's also kind of sterilizing as well. So it stops the shower from getting like scungy, if you know what I mean. So perfectly positioned laser light. I only did one strip. We're inland here, so she gets pretty hot. And if you have too much of this laser light, it just gets baking hot. So I only have one strip, and I didn't have any down there. And I think I did it right. I have absolutely no regrets. I got solar panels up here as well, so it's a bit difficult to put solar panels on laser light. Just because it's not very strong. It's weird. It feels weak, and it's strong, but at the same time you don't really want to walk on it or like screw things onto it. So yeah, we've got 200 watts each solar panels up there, and because this faces south, it's just letting in diffuse light without letting in much heat. So it's really light in here. This corner here can get a little bit dark, but I do have these downlights that help. And it's nice and high, so there's actually neighbours over there, so total privacy from that direction, but still letting the light in. Anything else I need to tell you guys? Covered it all, I think. I'm not going to do the electrical, that's like a whole nother video. Overhang, so dimensions 2.5 meters from the center of one post to the center of the other, so 5 meters long. It's actually from the outside it's longer, it's more like 5.4 or 5.2, something like that. Now on the short end I changed it last minute to 2.6. I was limited by how strong I thought the beams would be, and by the length of roofing iron that I could carry on my trailer. So 2.6, again, center of the post to center of the post, be about 2.8 on the outside. The length of the tin on the roof is 3.1 meters. So, a lovely little lamp there. We got about 20 centimeters overhang. And it comes out, it's probably more, it's probably 30, because it's just overhanging the gutter. You want to overhang your last rafter by about 4 centimeters, roughly, or at the most probably, and then you get a good overhang to the gutter. I painted this one brown. And that's where the solar cables come in. So yeah guys, look, isn't that lovely? I should keep it concise and I didn't, so I'll leave it there.